Hello everyone, this is an extend cylinder from a LeeBoy 1000 Paver, and we are going to rebuild it, change all the seals, repack it, and then test it and put it back on. Okay. Okay, I'm using a spanner wrench. I bought this on Amazon for $20, I think, $25, I don't remember exactly. Okay, we're going to take off this first part. Okay. Now, let's take a look at that. Yeah, definitely damaged, see? Come out in pieces. No plastic. You want to look inside and see if you have any pieces in there. You want to look out for scars and scrapes. No scars and scrapes. This one is good, so we'll leave that one on. usually. Okay. Sometimes they just don't want to cooperate, so you gotta find another way to do it. The nut's already off, but it still doesn't want to come off, so we'll have to put this rag on so we don't damage it. Just get it spinning counterclockwise a little bit, and that usually does the trick. There we go. Looks like the gasket's missing. That's probably the reason why it went on a little bit too far and got stuck. Missing the little rubber O-ring that goes in there. Okay. Take this off. It's missing the rubber O-ring also, right there. Okay, I'm going to get a little piece of sandpaper, lightly rub it, make sure it's completely smooth all the way around. This part doesn't actually touch the cylinder because it has the rubber seals, but it's best to have it smooth, nice and smooth anyway. Some light 120 sandpaper, 120 grit, just clean it up a little bit. Make sure there's no nicks or anything on it. See a little groove there? That's where the rubber O-ring goes, but didn't have one. So okay. Hydraulic oil. Seal comes in 2 pieces, like that. This one goes on first, and this one just happened to be missing. I don't know if it just came apart or whatever, but see how it's sitting in there nice and pretty. Then this one goes on after that. Make sure it's good and lubricated so it goes on easily. And you just kind of slide it on there. Okay, it's in there. Make sure it's lubricated really good with hydraulic oil so it won't get caught on the way in. And we will set this aside for now. Now this is the most important part, the most difficult to mess with. Okay, it's also missing the wiper seal. There should be a little wiper seal that goes right there. It cleans the dirt off. As the cylinder goes back in, it catches the dirt and pulls it back off. I don't see anything in there, but I don't know if you can't see in there, probably. Let me. Okay, now this seal here is the one that's the difficult to get in and extremely difficult to take out. More difficult to put back in. So you grab your pick. Without sticking yourself in the hand, because it does hurt. Grab a hold of it the best way you can. Sorry I can't let you see that, but just pull it out of there. And it's out. Okay. And you make sure it's clean. It looks clean. I don't see any rough edges or anything like that. Okay. And this is a new one. Make sure it's nice and complete and clean. It is. Let's take a look here in the shaft. Okay, that's it. Okay, now this seal has a little rubber ring inside of it also. You got to make sure that ring is there. That gives it more force. And when you put it back in, See the open part of the seal right there? That goes toward the pressure. So it won't be at the very end. This one here will be facing that way, up again, opposite of the end cap. So the problem with these is they're so hard. If you have like hook fingers, you can probably bend it and put it in there. But I usually try to soften it up a little bit with one of these because I don't have hook fingers. And then if you have a large cylinder, then it's easier because you can just bend it and slide it in. But on this particular machine, there's just not enough space to fit it in. So if you have a larger cylinder, you can just take that in there, bend it like that, and slide it in. But you can see there's not enough room on this one. It's just too big, so, and there's very little space to put it in. So what I do is I just use it to soften it up a little bit. And then once it gets a little bit softer, you can use your hands because it's really hard to bend and to get in there. But if you have a bigger cylinder, you can use these. I think I paid 17 bucks for the set of 4 on Amazon. They're a hydraulic seal installing tool. So let's get it so it's softer, easy to put in there. If you try to put it in, since it's so big and the slide is so small, it's very difficult to get in. It usually tears up or breaks off before you even get it inside. So remember, this rubber part where the seal has to go toward the pressure. So we'll take this and bend it as much as we can. Let's soften it up a little bit more if we can, even if it doesn't want to. The only reason I'm doing this is because it softens the rubber up a little bit. It makes it easier to bend and put it in without it getting damaged. Oops. I'll cut that part out. Okay. said, this one is very difficult to whatever thing. I've changed on these cylinders many times, and it's never been easy to get in. Never. Okay. The best thing to do is take your time and do it slow so that it goes in and it doesn't get damaged. As I said though, the bigger ones are a lot easier to get in than these little baby ones, because you can use the tool. Okay, it's getting there. So far so good. Okay. Push this in. Don't you dare come out of there. Like I said, the best bet is just to take your time and work it in there. When you try to force it or go too fast, it gets damaged. All in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's in there. Okay, that part's in there. Good. So you got to remember, this part goes to the outside of the cylinder. You put it on correctly. Oh, one more thing. This one was missing the wiper. So we want to make sure we put the wiper in. This is the wiper. This cleans the cylinder. When you pull it back and the cylinder goes back in, it doesn't catch any dirt or anything. So we'll put a little bit of hydraulic oil on it. So it lubricates and goes in there easily. And this is your wiper seal. You can get a good look at it. Okay. And we're just going to push it in there See how it just kind of fits in the grooves there? I don't know if you can see that or not. This one you can do with your hand. This one goes in fairly easy compared to the other ones. Okay. I'm gonna push it in there. See that? Yes. Nice, huh? Then make sure the shaft is lubricated. Put it back in. Should slide back on. Should feel pretty tight, which it does. So we're good at that. This one we didn't change because it was good. Okay. Now we did change this one right here. It looks good. And I don't know if you can see it. There's a little groove in there. There's a little black O-ring that should go there. That's why it was so hard to get off, because it went too far in. Happen to have one right here. This little O-ring here. Slides on there. Let's see if we have a smaller one somewhere. Fits the same. Actually, I don't like the way that one fits. Let me go find a smaller one to put on there. A tighter one. Maybe it came off. Okay, I have here a hydraulic seal kit. That seal that came, this little O-ring that came with it, I didn't like it because it was too loose. And that maybe what happened with the other one, it may have come apart. So, we'll look for one that fits in the little hole. Not too tight, not too loose. But we don't want it to move or want to go on too hard. So, I'll just go ahead and I'm going to use this one here. It's a little smaller, but when it goes on, it'll stretch out a little bit. And it's thick enough so that it'll seal. I'll take these off for a second. So I can get need my fingernails. Or here's this. Okay. Without sticking myself. Okay. Mosquitoes everywhere. Okay. Okay. Now it's on. So we'll put this back together because I have dropped them on many occasions. Okay. Got our bar in here. We'll have to swap the bar around, but okay. A little slot where the ring goes. Put the nut back on. Tighten her back up. Oops, wrong one. Use this one here. Now this is a smaller one. Now if I have a bigger cylinder, I don't do it here. I do it over there in the shop. This is just on the road when I'm out doing a job somewhere. If I do one on site, I do it in the back of the truck without taking it in. Sometimes I bring it to my shop and do it, but if I can, I usually prefer to do it on site. Now you don't want to damage this seal now that it's on, so you want to put something under it, like wood, not metal. You don't want to scar the shaft, and that way you can tighten it up good. It's got a lock nut on it, so make sure you get it good and tight. Okay, and the O-ring. Okay, good as wood. Okay, now let's get another glove. safe side. Okay. This is only my 5th video, so I'm just starting out, so bear with me. I'm really not that good at it. I kind of suck at it, actually, at making videos. Okay. With this thing, you want to take a look down in there. Make sure it's smooth, no pieces of plastic, no pieces of metal, no scratches and no scars, and make sure it's not bent. Now, there's many ways guys do this. I'm a little bit lazy, so I just take and just sit it on the ground like this. I may have to reposition the camera. Let's take a look. Let's move the camera around so we can see. Okay. Let's move the camera back. Okay, let's see. Okay. When I put these in, let's see. A little bit of oil. Make sure it's lubricated. And here is the cylinder here. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on this one as well. And the threads, and also where it goes in at. Okay. And we want to put it in there. Okay. Okay. Once it gets in there. Now the big ones you can't do this. You got to use them on the table. But this is not one of the huge ones, so it's not that difficult to do this way. Then where is our spanner wrench here? I'm going to tighten it up. Okay. Now we'll put it back on the bench. Okay. Let's get a better view here. Right there, maybe. Okay. Maybe, baby. Okay. Oh, let's make sure that it's actually on. Okay, good. Then, okay, we are going to leave this here. Don't move around. Okay. You can see what I did. I put the bar in there so it won't move when I start spinning it. Okay. We're getting it all. Yeah, it's working. Like I said, I suck at making these videos. It's only my 5th one, I think. And the first 3 were kind of scary. But I'm getting a little better, I've noticed. It'll take some time. I just, about to retire, so I'm not going to be doing this that much anymore, but I'll make as many videos as I can so I can kind of pass it on if anybody wants to repair something of their own without taking it to the dealer, I used to work at the dealer. And when it comes to charging, they're not very friendly. So if you can do it yourself, save yourself a few bucks, I'm all in. Okay, we're good. This wood. Okay, we're ready to go back and install this. Thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please hit the like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, at least 3 per week of all my jobs. Thank you very much again, and have a good day.